Flirty Birdy is visually a very interesting episode. When I read the description for this Tom and Jerry cartoon, it was released in 1945. I couldn't really remember it. It didn't come to my mind. And then I watched it, and there are bits of it that actually triggered those memories. So visually, it's something that I think was pretty great. The narrative's okay too. It's written by the brilliant Pinto Colvig, directed, of course, by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. And in this one, Tom is about to eat Jerry, but this hawk decides that they'd like to eat Jerry too, and they steal Jerry from Tom and put Jerry between slices of bread, and obviously it looks very dangerous for Jerry. And Tom is going to do everything he can to try and get Jerry back. And clothes pegs feature quite heavily in this, in some very creative ways. And Tom dresses up in various ways, and those are the iconic bits that stood out to me. The clothes pegs, the way Tom dresses up, they triggered those memories. So I definitely really appreciate that, and think the animation is pretty striking. The hawk as a character is interesting. I wasn't really rooting for Tom or the hawk. I wasn't too bothered who would end up eating Jerry, if of course any of them do. But both characters, of course, are likable, and the bird has a change of attitude about Tom at certain points, which makes it very interesting. So visually, it definitely appealed to me. It worked really well. The narration, the narrative, was pretty decent. It developed at a good pace. Jerry's involvement in it was a lot more minimal than you would think. It's almost like Tom and the bird forget about Jerry at one point as they focus on just trying to outdo each other, or, well, the bird has other intentions at certain points. I enjoyed it. Flirty Birdie is not one that I remembered until I started watching it, and then the memories came back. Definitely a very visually a very strong episode.